impact. And today I have my special guest. One of his advocacy, the strength with you, it's always choosing to quit it. None other than Mr. Jay Setchell. Welcome. Welcome once again, Mr. J, to one of my podcasts. And can you please
I
introduce more about yourself that I met?
I see you're back into the entrepreneurial side of it this time, and I think that's great because, I'm just real quick. I think we talked last time. A farm kid, U.S. Marine, and I've started multiple businesses, worked some corporate, and been dead multiple times, and lots, over 6 dozen surgeries, and I think that's a lot of what's kind of helped me push forward because you got to go through a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, and it's kind of like business, except it's harder to come back from being dead than it is to work on a business. But it helps with your mindset, helps with your vision. So that's where we're
Mm.
going.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing your legacy to the world, Mr. J. Thank you. And today let's talk about mindset, coaching, and vision. Let's start with the source. When you help someone craft a compelling vision, how do you distinguish between goal they think they should have and vision that truly comes from their core?
I think first of all you need to talk with the person and sit down and what is their goal and what is their goal? Do they really have a vision of their goal? If they can't visualize it or see it, if they can't believe in it or really have the faith that they can accomplish it, just to have a goal without being able to see the end result is hard to do. So that's where you take it back and when you work with people, I believe it's talk about doing things one step at a time, little bit. And I use this before as inch by inch, it's a cinch. Yard by yard is very hard. Like they say, the journey of 1,000 miles starts out with one step. So when you sit down with somebody, explain to them you're not going to you're going to take banking. It's going to take research. It's going to take reading the books, reading, asking people, talking to people, and I think that's to me that's coaching. It's like how do they find out? How did I find out? And it's things. Some things haven't changed. We may be in a world of AI and all the other stuff, but you got to get back to the basics. You have to communicate. Look at the person in the eye. You know, try to do your best for them. And where would you go with it if you had their dreams? So that I think that's how you tie goals and vision into each other.
Very well said, Mr. J. Many people have a vague idea of where they want to go, but it feels like distance or fuzzy. What is your process of helping someone turn hazy, better future into vision that they can literally feel, see, and believe in?
If they just have a vague goal, I I have to narrow it down for them, or I have to have them narrow it down. It's more what they want to do because you can't. I just use an example. Many years ago, I had a company that was doing very, very well in a certain area, and I had requests for a video project, video casting, video shooting movies, and I tried to add that, but I was hoping that it would work. I did some research. I did this on the equipment. I hired the people that could do it. Um, but I didn't really believe in it. I didn't have the faith in it. So if I sit with somebody today and and if I sit down with you and you want to, I don't know, open up a car wash, if you're really not into washing cars and detailing them and understanding the business, then maybe we need to look at something else to do. And it doesn't hurt. I mean, we all go through a lot of changes in our life, and so why not change a little bit? Maybe it's uh, detailing cars instead of car wash, for example. And so by helping them see other options that are available, then they all of a sudden are inspired by, oh, you know what? I never thought about that. That might be a better thing to do, because they've not committed to what they already want. They're just vaguely, yeah, I kind of like to do this. You can't get anywhere by kind of liking to do something. It just doesn't work. I don't think you're being successful because you kind of think you want to go do podcasts. You have to have a commitment to it and believe in it. And that's where I think it comes from.
Commitment indeed. So, Mr. J, if you relate our topic to entrepreneurship mindset, where can you relate it?
Mindset. Mindset, to me, the word used to be attitude. What is your attitude? Um, if you don't have a good attitude about it, attitude used to be called everything. And I think they've just changed the word attitude to mindset now. So mindset to me is gets back to being a focus. Where do you want to see yourself go? Am I going to go this way or am I going to go this way? And you have to believe in that, and that's where I try to work with people, um, and get them to understand that your mindset is is a product of all the choices you've made, all the things you've been through in your life. You're a sum of what you've done in life. It's like right now you've got multiple podcasts going under different headings. So you're getting a lot of information put together that you can see and understand. Um, and that's what they have to do. They have to believe in what they've got. And if they have they got, are they willing to commit themselves to it? And that doesn't mean just because you got a right mindset doesn't mean you can't change the direction a little bit. So if you're going to build houses, for example, and you would like to do that, do you realize all the engineering that goes into it, all the warranty information that you need to do, all the building concepts, all the product and how you handle it? That's good, but let's suppose you want to build big houses, but all of a sudden big houses aren't really in demand and they're not selling well, but smaller ones are. Change your mindset to doing the best you can do on a small house rather than a big one. It doesn't matter. You're still building, you're still doing your job, you're still helping people. And that's where I think you need to really come with your mindset. But the mindset, the word, I think that's just something they took from having a good attitude about it, trying. So you know when you attack it, you believe that you can do it. And if you and a lot of it gets back to your belief in yourself. So, that's I think really where a lot of it comes from.
That very well said, Mr. J. Yes. So you talk about vision and pull rather than push. Can you describe an emotional or motivational difference for someone being pulled by vision versus pushing themselves toward goal?
The difference between vision and a goal.
Yes, please.
Um, well, a goal is it's like if you envision being able to accomplish something or see something, that's and your goal is to build. Let's get back to home building. Let's say 20 homes. Uh, that's great to have a goal, but do you really see it? And how are you going to get there? Are you going to build three this year and three the next year and three the next year and three the next year? Or are you going to build 10 and 10 for 20? I think your vision really has to lie upon everything pertaining to your goal. They tie a lot together, but a vision you see longer, you see further, you see out to the side. You bring in the request from, talk to clients, talk to people. What are they looking for? In other words, that vision can change a little. Excuse me. But your vision still has to be what is on the other side of that hill? What is on the other side of that mountain? Can you see what's there? No, but you can envision what you might have to overcome. With a goal, that's just something you want to accomplish. And there's a difference between goal and vision. They're closely tied, but there's still a difference.
Mr. Day, between a person's current reality of their vision and sits their mindset, what are the one or two most common mindset ceilings you see that caps people's ability to even believe their vision is possible?
I I would give you this. It's something that happened to me many years ago, but I was going down a beach on these little wind carts. They had a sail on them, and they had tires, and you would direct the sail a little bit. And we were going southbound on a beach, and we are doing probably 50 miles an hour. We were off the Atlantic Ocean. The wind was coming in into Georgia. The wind was blowing to the west, but we were going southbound in this little cart, and I was in a two-person cart because of my paralysis. I couldn't direct it. But coming northbound the other way was a similar cart, about 50 feet away from us, but they were doing 50 miles an hour going the other way, and we passed each other at 100 miles an hour, and I couldn't figure how how is it possible that we're in the same kind of cart, we're on the same beach, we're in the same wind, we got everything's the same, but they're going northbound in a wind that's blowing west, and we're going southbound. It just didn't make sense. Well, when I got around and we turned around and I'm watching the guy, and this is 40 years ago, I looked at the guy and what he did, he set the sail just a little different. So it was the set of the sail that judged our direction. So it's the same with your vision. If your vision isn't correct or your mindset isn't correct and you can't see it, but mindset or the set of the sail, that's where I come up with the same words, is is you may just have to tweak it a little bit. You may have to move it just a little bit, but you can still accomplish your goal, or you can make it to where you can envision seeing where you're at. But it takes a lot of vision to get to your goal, and that's where I say with a when they just move that sail a little bit, it changed the direction you went. So it doesn't take a lot, and that's what I would tell somebody. Wait a minute, let's not change our car from black to white. Maybe we need to go from uh, white to gray or white to silver or something, but not change it 100%. Don't turn around and go the opposite direction. Just keep on going the way you're going. Just tweak it a little bit as you're moving forward. And I think that's where you're going with it, if I'm not mistaken. But that's what I had to do was uh, uh, when I my vision and my mindset for when we did build houses. I asked people, what 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 is it you would like to see? What could we do that's better? What is it that you would uh, like to have changed? But we tried to give the customer the best service and the best quality possible. So that was but we didn't have to change a lot. But we kept our eyes open for adding something that was a little bit better quality. People didn't most I don't know a builder that puts in your hardware, like your towel rack where you hang your towels, your drawers, where you pull your drawers open. But we did. We not only furnished it, we installed it, made sure it was perfect. So when you went into the house, it was all ready to go. You didn't have to do anything else. So my vision was to make sure we had a happy customer. The happy customer provided us with home sales, so we eventually hit our goals and surpassed our goals by just by doing a better job than anybody else was.
Very well said. Very well said, Mr. J. So let's talk about the gap. When someone sees the distance between where they are and where they want to be, it's easy to doubt to creep in. How do you help clients reframe that gap from something daunting into something purposeful?
Um, g- Good question. And sometimes people are able to, you're able to work with people that can do it. Sometimes people just can't see it. It doesn't matter what you show them. But there's a saying that's attributed to a writer from America, and I don't know that he said it, but it's a good way to explain it. And that's what lies behind us and what lies ahead of us are small matters compared to what lies within us. So that just simply means take what you've learned in the past, take your experiences, take your choices, take your failures, take your successes, and how can you apply them to get to where you want to go? You may have to reach back and get something uh, that was painful, something that was a failure then, but you see, oh, you know what? Here it would work. Here it didn't make it, but here it would work. Or when I broke my neck, and we've talked about this in the past on another podcast, I reached back and thought about all the year that I spent in the hospital, in the Naval Hospital when I was in the Marine Corps, but I thought about what was it that helped propel me and keep me going. What did I do? And one of the things was I just never quit working at it. If physical therapy was only 3 hours, I would make sure that I got 4 or 5 hours somehow, some way. So if you keep looking at trying to keep going, keep moving, um, I believe that your transformation from not making it to making it is consistency. It's discipline. It's like never quitting. It's never quitting. If you wanted to be able to lift or curl an 80-pound weight with one arm, you yourself may be sitting behind your microphone between each podcast. Go ahead and curl 30 pounds 20 times. Okay, if you have 10 podcasts a day, each time you did that, 600 pounds. At the end of the day, you curled 6,000 pounds. So it's a little bit at a time. It doesn't take, you don't have to do 6,000 pounds at once. It's just a little bit here and there. So getting back again, like you were asking, to take somebody from something small, and I've been there. I've started very small little businesses, but they kept growing and growing and growing because as you became good at this, you added something else, but something else that was being asked for or you saw there was a need for. And when you see that, now all of a sudden I've got 6 items I'm offering instead of two. And oh, then you feel good about yourself. Now it's time to move ahead a little further.
So, Mr. J, let's talk about the looking forward or the evolution. In a world of constant distraction and noise, what are the essential practices you believe are non negotiable for someone who wants to protect their vision and to maintain resilient mindset?
If you want to protect your vision and your mindset, you have to just get rid of all the other crap that's bugging you. Turn the radio down, get rid of the television, get in a quiet space, do something to where you can think within yourself. At least that's the way I believe, because quiet, you can really concentrate on what your thoughts are. If you're talking to God, you can hear God talk to you, you know, maybe not very often, but it's the fact that get rid of all the don't be looking at the stock market. Don't be looking at other things. Only concentrate on what's going to be effective to help you reach your goal or your vision for that matter. But all of that gets back to having a good mindset. If you want to succeed, There's an old saying that life is a self-fulfilling prophecy. And that is simply put, if you believe something to be true, even though it's not true, it's true. Okay? And if you believe something not to be true, even though it is true, it's not. But I know that that sounds confusing, but it's really not. It's like if you want something to happen bad enough, you will figure out a way to make it work. And by doing that, that's a mindset. I don't care. You can call it something different. It doesn't have to always be used the word mindset. But where are you going with it? Where do you want to take it? Do you want it to be bigger, better, wider? Do you want something that's a mile wide and 1 inch deep? Or do you want something that's 1 inch wide and a mile deep? That's a whole different world. And by thinking that, it's focusing, but focusing, discipline, consistency, building that muscle. Build that muscle. Nobody goes out and starts doing 100 push-ups at once. They start out with one push-up maybe, or three, and then they work on that until they can get four, and then five. And when they get to 20, wow, now I can envision doing 40 or 50. I can see a little bit. I don't have to see the end yet. I just have to understand I want an end to be accomplished. And you don't have to see it, but you can envision it. Close your eyes, think about it, and very, very tightly. What is it I need to do? Do I need to talk to the banker? Do I need to talk to another professional of some kind? Do I need to talk to a laborer that's been doing what I'm trying to do? So I think I'm going with where you're asking, but it's like just move a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, one step at a time, small amounts will get you where you're going. A lot of small amounts add up.
Very well said, Mr. J. And before we wrap up our discussion for today, I'm inviting you to please do listen to my other podcast, people, my other podcast, because my abstract essay is already in sixth season. Abstract poetry or abstract poetry in or third season, book 101 review in sixth season, and comedy 101 in third season, food 101 in sixth season as well, geography 101, love letters, movie 101 review, music 101 are in fifth season, science 101, sex 101 in its fourth season, spiritual awakening, trivia 101, law 101, mental health 101, motivation 101, entrepreneurship 101, and of course my Bible verses 101 are in first season. Please listen to
Oh,
them wherever you listen your podcast. So, Mr. J,
yes,
what
sir.
is the common piece of conventional mindset advice you find to be incomplete, unhelpful, or even harmful, and what do you purpose instead or propose? Sorry.
I I believe two things. Number one, it's always too soon to quit. It's always too soon to quit. Never, ever, ever, ever give up. Just keep working at it. And if it is to be, it is up to me. Because I can't come in and do your job. I have no interest. You've got a wide line of podcasts going. I, I think they're very interesting. This is not for me. So I can't do your job, but you're not going to come do my job and sit in my power wheelchair and take care of business. So I think if it is to be, but just never quit. Don't quit trying. Believe you're better because God's got you here for a purpose. And that purpose is to help others. And by helping other people, you know, you become a better person. But never quit trying. Just never, 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 never quit trying. It's always too soon to quit trying.
Yes, people try and try and try until you succeed. So,
Yes, sir.
Mr. J, can you please invite our listeners to support your books, your advocacy, or any projects that you're doing right now?
One more question. Sorry, I wasn't ready for
Yes,
it.
no worries. Can you please invite our listeners to support your
Sure.
books or anything you want to promote?
Sure. I just the book I've written is it's called The Power Within You, and that because you have a lot of strength within you, a lot of learned experience, and it's always too soon to quit trying is the subtitle. But it tells a little bit about my medical problems, but it's more and what I've been through to live. And I've been dead several times, so what did I have to go through? But it's more of a word. What do you have within you for strength? Is it your upbringing? Is it your anger? Is it your pain? Is it your resilience that you've learned from failures? And it's you take that stuff out of you and learn to overcome adversities and uh, detours and failures and try to work with that. And so it's got great reviews. It's selling like heck and doing a great job because it's very empowering. It lets you know that what you want to do you can achieve. You simply have to believe it, have the right mindset, and never quit, never give up.
Never, never give up. So, Mr.
Yes, sir.
J, I have one more question.
Yes, sir.
Finally, if you could leave our listeners with one visceral, self or felt sense understanding of the relationship between mindset, coaching, and vision, not just intellectual concept, what would you want that to be?
Wow, good question.
Thank you.
You caught me. Uh, I believe to put all your power, whether it's your mindset, your vision, your goals, your abilities to work to help other people. And if you can provide another product or another service or a product or service that's already out there, but provide it better than anybody else, do your best to help other people. The more people you help, the better person you become. I said that before, and that's a truth because it's about helping other people. It's not about us. It's about that's why you've got so many podcasts. There's a little something for everybody, and that's what you got to do. Concentrate on other people and how you can help them. The word will spread, and you'll have more business and do better than you ever expected. So that's really it. Help other people.
Yes, people, help other people and build your legacy. Let's
Yes, sir.
support Mr. J because if you support him, for sure, more and more empowering advocacy to rise. So, Mr. J, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, sir. You have a
Monica,
great
people,
day.
see you soon.